Hello, 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 hello. Y'all, I cannot see if anybody's in the chat. Give me a second. Little technical difficulties. Hi, there y'all are. Because I was like, I can't see anything. I can't see my picture, which lets me know if I'm live. All right, y'all know that normally I don't come this late, but I had a whole bunch of series of events that prevented me from coming on my normal time. But you know what? The show must go on. We may be delayed, but we are not declined. So let's go on and talk about how to level up beyond your social circle. One of the first things, and I've had to level up my social circle at least 3 times. And I'm going to tell you how I did it. I'm going to tell you what I did in order to go to that next level. Let's start with the things that prevent you from leveling up. Okay. One of the things I had to learn is I had to reject 3 things in order to level up. Those 3 things are victimhood, blame, and guilt. If you look around your social circle, you have chosen them because you identified with something within them. They bring some type of value to your life, and you need to determine what that is. One of the things I found for me, and the reason why it took me so long to take the advice of my elders, it took me so long to take the advice of my friends who were telling me to leave people behind, is because I had those 3 things holding me down: victimhood, blame, and guilt. So, in order to level up your social circle and play the game well, you're going to have to reject these 3 things. Reject victimhood so that you don't feel or want to be a victim or stay around people who want to be the victim. Reject people who want to play the blame game, and also reject guilt, because guilt will keep you stagnant. These 3 things, addressing these 3 things, helped me to take the advice of my elders and my friends. These are the people who are loving on me and telling me you need to leave these people behind. If you want to go to that next level, you can't go to that next level if you're constantly getting in circles where y'all are wanting to be the victim, or you want to play the blame game, or you just feel guilty. Because I know for myself personally, and this is only on me, I don't know if anyone's felt this or anybody's experienced this, but one of the things I've experienced is guilt. The guilt of I want to take everybody with me. The guilt of I want a better life. The guilt of I don't want to leave all these people who have supported me behind. And that is something you have to release. You have to let guilt go. You have to let blame go. You have to let victimhood go in order to go to that next level. Another thing I learned, since I've had to do it 3 times, I learned how to be solo dolo until I attract my tribe. I learned not to just hang around people just because I'm lonely, not to just hang around people because I don't have a friend, not just hang around people just because I don't have anything else to do. I've learned to love myself so much that I love my own company. I don't need people for that, that part of myself. And I'm not saying I don't need anybody, because y'all know how I feel about not needing anybody. I'm not saying I don't need anybody. I'm saying I've learned to be happy alone. I've learned to be solo dolo until I attract my tribe. I've learned to have fun alone. I've learned to enjoy my company alone. You don't what you don't want to do to yourself is get stuck in that tribe when you're not a part of it. When you don't feel like you belong, when you don't feel like it's the right place for you to be, or you're looking at going beyond what you see currently in that circle. So you don't want to get stuck. You want to be able to say, hey, I can spend time by myself, I can have fun by myself, or I can have fun within a group. But I learned to love spending time by myself. So I learned to love being solo dolo. I don't have a need to just hang around people just to hang around them. I don't have a need to be around people because I'm lonely. So you have to learn that. This is a skill to cultivate, because Honestly, when you're trying to move up, when you're trying to play the social circle game, where you're trying to get into a better circle, you're trying to get around people who bring value to your circle. You want to make sure you're not stuck in a circle. You don't want to be stuck hanging with these people because of some type of a feeling, emotion, or connection that you have to them. You want to be okay by yourself, and you want to be okay in a group. Another thing that helped me too, this is probably the most important piece of advice I'm going to give tonight. Stop comparing yourself to the circle of friends that you don't want to be a part of. If you want to go beyond the circle of friends that you are part of currently, you do not want to compare yourself to them. The reason for that, what happens is when people compare themselves to the circle of friends, they can tend to get a sense of contentment. They tend to say, well, I'm doing better than her. I look better than her. I'm living life better than her. And then you tend to get stagnant. You don't want to move beyond that circle. So if your plan is to play the social circle game, where you want to move up to a level of friends who bring connections, relationships, business opportunities, a different group of people who are going to add value to your life, you do not want to get stuck comparing yourself to mediocrity. You want to look outside of your social circle and level up. You want to look at a woman or a person, or maybe like an elder or a mentor or someone that you admire that's already there, and you need to see what she's doing. Pay attention to what she's doing. What happens with people, the reason why some people cannot play the social circle game is it is because of the fact they get content in the current circle that they are in. They get content being mediocre. They get content because they feel like they're better than the circle of friendships, of friends that they currently have. So they don't look beyond it. They don't look outside of it. So, and if you want to go to that next level, trust me, don't pick anybody in your group unless that person is already where you want to be. If they're not where you want to be, you want to pick someone outside of your group to emulate and learn from. You want to pick someone outside of your group to learn the ropes from, because you don't want to get stagnant. And that's the thing with friendship circles. If you've known someone for a long time, let's be honest, you've been know someone for a long time. You've been their friend since high school. You've been through thick and thin with them. We tend to not look outside of the group of friends that we have now, and that's not beneficial to the game of the social circle. If you want to play it well and you want to constantly move up and level up, you want to make sure you're not in a state of contentment. You're not stagnant. That you've learned to look outside of the group you're currently in and look towards the group that you want to be a part of. If you know a woman currently, right now, and she's a part of a great group of friends that bring her connections, opportunities, benefits, events, and she's always going to these lavish events and these luxury galas and things, and you need to find out what she's doing. Stop ignoring that woman and start befriending that woman and finding out what she's doing, because that sounds like a social circle that you want to be a part of. If you want to level up beyond your social circle, you got to look beyond the one you're currently in, especially if it's not benefiting you. If you were to sit down and think about, what is my social circle bringing to me? Is it bringing connections? Is it bringing events? Is it bringing business opportunities? Is it bringing valuable friendships? Or is it bringing me drama? Is it bringing me disrespect? Is it bringing me lack of self-esteem? Is it bringing me lack of self-confidence? What are the people that are currently in your life? What are they bringing you? Answer that question. Answer that question for yourself. One of the things I learned is that when I started getting or feeling as though that I have basically hit the ceiling in that group, it is time for me to move on and upward. I never allowed myself to stay stagnant. So I was always not saying I won't, and I'm a good friend too. I don't want you to think I just left people and cut them off. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Let's not lie here. Let's not lie, because that's not what this page is about. I'm gonna tell the truth. If I felt like that you were bringing mess to me, drama to me, disrespect to me, if you were messing with my mentality or my thinking, I would cut you off immediately. There was no 3 chances, there was no 4 chances, there was no 5 chances, there was no 6 chances. So I would immediately let that person go. But If I'm in a certain group and I feel like that group is stagnant, I feel like that group has already hit the ceiling of where it can take me. It can't bring me any opportunities I can't get for myself. It's not bringing me any more connections. I'm not growing within that group. Then yes, it is time for me to move up and onward. It doesn't mean that they were bad friends all the time. It just means that I have certain expectations and goals for myself, and I wasn't willing to allow myself to be stagnant, if that makes sense to you all. But one of the things I've learned is do not allow yourself to get content or have content in a social group that is not bringing you the things you want out of life. If you want connections, you want business opportunities, you want events, you want you want a group of friends that's going to introduce you to a new lifestyle. You cannot get content in the group that you're currently in unless that group is already giving you that. That group is already giving that. You cannot allow yourself to get stagnant. That is the key. That's the key. Another thing is try new things. Like, I'm a very open person about trying new things. I will try a new hobby. I will try a new place. I'll try a new restaurant. I don't have to do the same things over and over and over and over. If you want to meet new people, you need to try new things. Maybe sports, parties, galas. Um, Change where you spend your time. Change where you spend your time. And if you have to move to a new area, don't allow an area to keep you stagnant either and stuck. Don't allow where you live to stop you from being able to meet new people who are going to bring connections, business opportunities, events, and galas, or even a different thinking. One of the things about your social circle that you currently have, if your social circle is it making you think differently, if it isn't opening your mindset to different ideas, if it isn't opening up the doors of different connections, if it isn't bringing opportunities, then you might be in the wrong social circle. If you're going to play the social circle game, play it well. It's important, especially if you want to live a certain lifestyle. And I know some of y'all are probably introverts, so that might be hard for you if you are not a person who knows, don't like crowds, have a hard time getting comfortable before you open up. And I used to be that too. One of the things I've learned to do is to, before I even go somewhere, since I am naturally overall, I'm an introvert. Naturally overall, I take my time to get to know people. Naturally overall, I take my time to kind of read the energy or read the room. So one of the things I have learned how to do is I kind of get myself mentally set up to deal with people, to deal with the going a new place, trying new something, or trying a new hobby, basically. And I get myself open mentally to do so. Let me see what everybody's doing. Let me take a quick pause for a second. Hi. Hello, pedestal wives. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. What is the normal time? The normal time normally for me is like 1:15. I just got really, really busy today. Did not have time to really do a live stream. Hello, Jay Green 300. Hi, how are you doing? Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. But playing the social circle game is important, especially if you're trying to have a certain type of lifestyle, or maybe it's not just a lifestyle. Maybe you want friends and connections that are valuable. Maybe you want people in your life that you can have a true blue conversation with, and you know it's not going anywhere. Maybe you want to have friends who can open up your mindset to different thinking. Maybe you want friends who can introduce you to new people. In order to get all of that, you have to actually not be scared of change. You can't allow yourself to get content or be content in the certain group that you're in now. Like I said, I've done this 3 times. And like I said, I'm not saying it's easy. It is not, especially for a natural born introvert. I have just learned to get myself mentally hyped to be able to mingle and introduce myself and, talk to people in different settings. And it's been something I needed to do for myself, because I've always wanted to and expected me to live a different life. I never wanted, even when I was younger, when I thought I couldn't, level up to a certain lifestyle, or I thought I couldn't, it wasn't going to be attainable. I had friends in my life, and she knows who she is. I had a friend in my life When I was in high school, I never ever hung with high schoolers. I hung with people who had already graduated. This friend, this particular friend, I don't care what is she currently doing in life. I don't care where she lives. I don't care who she's married to. This right here, she's a girl's girl. She is the woman. This is the reason why you gotta have good people in your life. Even though I had that girly aesthetic down pat, I really didn't believe in that aesthetic. I didn't believe that I was, nice looking. I didn't believe I was pretty. I didn't believe that I had it like that, right? And having good people in your life who can lift you up and have you see yourself a different way is godsend. And I will never forget it because I remember us hanging out and having fun. And she just looked at me dead in the face one day and she's like, "You know you're gorgeous, right?" I was like, "What?" Like, and I honestly, I didn't know it at the time. I truly didn't know it. This is the reason why I know some of y'all were like, some of y'all probably like, "Oh, this is a topic that don't matter." It does. Some people have toxic friendships. Some people got people in your life currently right now that have not brought you anything but drama, trauma, disrespect, low self-confidence, and low self-esteem. And this is the reason why this conversation is important. This is the reason why we need to talk about who are you hanging around? Who is your best friend? Who is the one who listens to you when you need a listening ear? Who is the person giving you advice? Who is the person you look up to? These people are important because if you look up to the wrong person, they'll have you look down. They'll have you not think anything of yourself. They'll have you never know your value. When she told me that you do you know you're beautiful? It threw me for a loop because even though other people had told me I was pretty, it came from family. And for some reason, we're women, right? We're all women right here today. For some reason, your mom can tell you every single day that you're gorgeous. Your sister can tell you every single day you're gorgeous. Your brother can tell you absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And we still having a hard time believing it. Usually it takes someone outside of our family just to let us know or realize that we are absolutely gorgeous. And I will never forget that moment. Y'all can, I'm already like, I'm 40, I'm there. I'm old enough, put it that way. I'm old enough. And I can still remember the way she looked and the way when she told me that, how much it made me so happy. And then it made me really look at myself because we were having a conversation about my boyfriend that was mistreating me. And I think she really saw that he wasn't worthy of me. And I couldn't see it at that time. I thought that that's what I deserved. I thought there was maybe I did something, said something wrong, or maybe I was turning him off. I don't know. I just had a whole bunch of thoughts like most women do. We blame ourselves instead of blaming the other party. We blame ourselves for someone else lacking. And when she told me that, it wasn't just about her telling me I was beautiful though. It really was about her making me sit back and recognize the power that I have within. And so having someone like that on your team is valuable. Having someone like that who can make you think and a person who can make you, reassess how you see yourself is important. It's not always about if they can open up doors for you. It can be about if you have a social circle that's going to uplift you when you need uplifting. Or do you have a social circle? When you go to your friends, do they make you feel better about yourself or do they make you feel worse? You should always have people around you who bring value to your life. They should always uplift you. I'm not saying they should always co-sign your BS. No, 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 no. You want real ones around you. You want real people around you who are going to tell you the truth. When you acting out, they're going to tell you acting out. When you are not making great decisions, they're going to tell you you're not making great decisions. You don't want women in your life. And I'm saying women, but of course it could be men. Maybe not. Maybe not so much men, but women. Women tend to, we want women in your group. You want women in your group who are going to uplift you, who are going to help you see things differently, who are going to help you recognize the power that you have inside. You don't want women in your life who are going to pull you down, who are going to make you feel bad about yourself. You don't want women in your life who are going to lower your self-esteem. You don't want women in your life who are going to misdirect you because they're jealous. You don't want women in your life who cannot even assist you in any way in your life. They need to bring value in some manner. If they're If they are bringing value in the manner of they help you, change the way you think, fine. If they are bringing value in the way that they help you see a situation differently, fine. If they are bringing value in a way where they help create connections, where they help you open up doors, fine. But your social circle means something, and it means a lot more to women. Like, social circles mean more to women because we tend to go to them first in order to have a conversation. What they say first usually matters a lot more. Well, as you age, it tends to matter less. And when you're younger, it matters what they say. It matters how they view you. It matters what they're telling you. So choose correctly. Choose in a manner where you're going to be able to go to that next level. Some of us don't realize the reason why we can't go to that next level is because of the fact we're our own worst enemy. Either we have a friend that we need to release and cut off, or we are in victimhood, or we in blame, or we just feel guilty, and we've been with that friend for a very long time. We don't want to let them go. We don't want to be that friend that cuts it off, even though it's not benefiting either of us. So level up beyond your social circle. Try new things. Stop being scared of trying new things. Stop being scared of trying a new hobby. Stop being scared if you even trying golf or any type of hobby that you've always thought about doing. You want to meet new people? Try a hobby. Try something you've always dreamed of trying, and stop being scared of going out there by yourself. One of the questions I get all the time is, where should I freestyle? Y'all, I'm gonna tell you something that I don't think any of the mentors, gurus, relationship experts want to tell you. The world is a freestyle. The entire world that you live in is a freestyle. If you live in an area that is not a freestyle, go to the area that will be a freestyle. But when you step out your door, you're freestyling. When you go to the mailbox, you're freestyling. When you go into the grocery store, you're freestyling. When you go to the gas station, you're freestyling. When you go to a restaurant, you're freestyling. When you go to the mall, you're freestyling. Your entire life is a freestyle. You don't have to go to specific places if you live in a good neighborhood. If you live in a great neighborhood, the entire world is a freestyle. If you don't live in a great neighborhood, move to a great neighborhood so that you can freestyle there. So stop thinking it's a specific place that you're going to meet these great and wonderful men. They're all around you. They're all around you. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. I know I picked up a lot of new followers. I am in North Carolina, so it's always Eastern Standard Time. Normally, I try to go live about 1:15. I just got really caught up. I had a really busy day today, so I didn't get a chance to do it. But if you're going to level up beyond your social circle, try to get with the person who's already there. I know it's not popular anymore. Like, this is old as time. I'm not really telling you anything new on that along those lines, because it is old as time to surround yourself or try to get in a social circle where people are already doing the thing that you want. I know it's popular to hang around people who are trying to get it or trying to achieve it, but don't you realize that you actually get there faster if you hang around women who already have it? So if one of the things that you want to do is maybe, let's say you want to start some type of business, and you know a person who's in that business, then you want to see if you can connect with that person. Let's say you want to go to better events, and maybe you know a girl and she's married to a very wealthy man. Why not connect with her, find out where she hangs out, and then try to see if you can make friends with that girl. Some of us, I think one of the things that we have stopped doing in this generation is connecting with our elders that have already accomplished it. We tend to follow people who are in the same position that we're in, but if you want to do it faster, the shortcut way to level up or get into the correct social circle and play this game correctly is to get with a woman who's already achieved it. Get with a friend who's already achieved it. Get around women who's already achieved it, not around women who are trying to achieve it. Thanks. How to find and befriend them. A lot of them gatekeep. They don't want to be friends with younger single women. Some of them don't, and that's true. The best way to do is, if you can, one of the things about women, Some women that are older and they are insecure, they tend to gatekeep because they're scared of your youth. They're scared of your beauty. They're scared that you're going to come in and take what she has. Pay attention to how she reacts to that, because you want to, there, trust me when I say there are older women out here who have achieved it and they're not insecure. But you're going to have to actually do some communicating with these women and, view what they're doing and pay attention. Those ones that gatekeep, usually just insecurity, that they are scared of losing something. They're scared you're going to take what they have. And all women aren't like that. Trust me when I say all older women aren't like that. All elders are not like that. There are some who are very secure in themselves and they don't think you're trying to take their husband or trying to take their family. The thing is, you have to actually mingle with them in order to find the right one. Maybe the one of them is a gateway. Maybe one of the women who is insecure is a gateway to the woman who isn't. So the thing is, if you can pinpoint who that woman is and start trying to make friends and try to make sure that you be a little modest and you be very respectful. Maybe you can get into her friendship circle, but you might have to leave her alone and talk with the friends that are not insecure. Trust me when I say there are older women who are not insecure who don't mind giving the game up. When I was out here, there was an older woman who gave me the game, and she was not insecure. She was a doctor's wife. She gave me the game and taught me what I know now. And then, of course, when I started really talking to my grandmother and my aunt, they gave me some more game. The thing is, some of us don't assume that they're always gatekeeping either. Make sure that when you have a conversation and they start shutting down, then you know they're gatekeeping. Some women haven't even been asked. Trust me, some women have not been asked. The surefire way to get an older woman who's insecure to open up with you, I'm gonna give you a trick. This is what you do. Compliment. Everybody falls to flattery. If it's an older woman and you want to get in because you want the tea, you want to learn how to operate in that circle, you want to either or just get into the circle. Flattery always works. Flattery opens up doors. So be modest because you don't want to seem like a threat. That's the thing with with women who are insecure. They're going to view a younger woman as a threat, especially if you are, flamboyant with your dressing and flamboyant, showing too much skin. So you want to be modest. You want to flatter because you want to connect. That's how you do it. That's how you get closer to the women who have that information, who can get you in that circle. That's what you do. And I suggest do it at the most vulnerable times. Vulnerable times for those type of women would be when they're shopping or when they're eating. So restaurants or malls or stores. That is the best time to get, to try to connect with those type of women. If they're shopping, compliment them on something they currently have. Tell them, hey, this would look better on you. Maybe you ought to try this. That will look very good on you. And start the conversation. Trust me when I say all women don't gatekeep. All women who are already married in that position and secure do not gatekeep. But I know what you're talking about because I ran into those type of women also who don't want to say anything. I've told you all before, I've been in full-blown live streams where some of the women don't answer no questions, but they have a live stream just talking. Or if you ask the question, they just refuse to, they won't answer it. It's like a vague answer. It's weird. But I don't have that problem. So I'm going to give you some tips. The best way to get with or get around those type of women is go shop where they shop at. Figure out where the women in your area that have money, that's married to a well-to-do man, figure out where they shop at. Go to that shop. Shop in those places. Where do they eat at? Go where they eat at. Strike up a conversation. Flattery is always entry. Trust me, flattery always works. These women, since they are insecure, they love flattery. So if you tell them they look gorgeous, or if you suggest something like, well, if you're at a restaurant, you can suggest, oh, you ought to try this. This is very good. I've been there. I've had this before. Or if you're shopping, oh, this shirt right here will look good on you. You ought to try it on. And I would love just to see what it looks like on you because I know it's gonna be bomb. That is how you get in with the older women who are already off or well-to-do with their guy, especially if it's a specific social circle you're trying to get into. If you want to social climb, you want to be good at it, you have to think of ways how to how to actually meet these people, connect with these people, and get invitations. And that's how you do it. So you want to use the vulnerable times that you meet them. A lot of times, if you meet them at events or galas, they're going to ignore you. They don't really have time to strike up conversations. I mean, you can try it, but I can tell you those aren't the most vulnerable moments to actually get connections with those type of women, because a lot of times they have that facade or face on where they have to deal with people and mingle, and so they may not be open to meeting new people at that time. So the best times would be restaurants, shopping. Always works, and that's how you can get it in and make connections with those type of women in your area. So if you don't live in the area where these women live at, visit those areas to shop and go out to eat. Why? Because you want to pay attention to the women that come in. You'll know by, usually I know by times. I know that if I go out to eat about 12 or, really early times where they're working times, usually those women don't work and they're just shopping or going out to eat. So you can pay attention to the time that they're out. You can pay attention to the way that they dress and the way that they speak. They act as though that their time, there is no time. They don't even hardly look at their watch, because their time is their time, so they don't have to be back anywhere in a specific time. It's a certain energy that these type of women carry, and you just got to pay attention. One of the things I can tell you, if you are trying to social climb, you might want to go into these spaces and see where these people be at. Like, have y'all ever people watch? Do y'all people watch? Because I know that's one of the things I used to do. I used to people watch. I used to go to certain places and watch to see where the people with money are going. And you could tell if they had money. Money has an air. It has an energy. You cannot miss it. You can tell when people got money and when they don't. Okay? So I would watch to see where people were going to shop and where people were going to eat. And people watching takes a skill, because it can be boring, but you might need a people watch in your area. If you live in an area where money is at, where people of means are at, where people who have resources and assets live, you want to go and people watch. You want to watch how do they carry themselves. You want to watch where do they shop. You want to watch where do they eat. You want to watch, or if you even get close enough to hear, what are they talking about? What is the buzz? What are their interests? That's the best way to make connections. The more you know, the easier it is to make a connection to those type of women. The easier it is to make a connection to those type of women, the more you know about what they are into. It's not that we're insecure, but society are ageist. And just because a woman is younger doesn't mean she's more beautiful. Okay. Yeah, that could be possible. But the ones when I was social climbing myself, some of the women were insecure. A majority was insecure. They were too triggered by the youth, thinking I want to take their man. Baby, I had no interest in a married man, never dated them, even when I was at my worst. So that was never an interest. But there are some women who have that idea and mentality about younger women. But I feel like there are more women who don't. And you just have to be willing to go to the right places in order to meet and connect. You might even be able to, it depends on where you work at. But I'm about to say some of these women may have a job or come in your job, or you may encounter these women on a day-to-day basis. Pay attention to the way they move. Pay attention to what they're talking about. Pay attention to what they're wearing. So you have something to strike a conversation up with. Because trust me, let me tell you this. One of the things I have learned, I have a radar for people who want to use me. I have a radar for people who want to use me and discard me. So they're pretty much, they probably have that radar too. So if you're coming in and you just want to take, they're going to know that beforehand. So make sure you're going in with good intentions, because trust me when I tell you, older women have developed that intuition and discernment, where if they feel like a person is coming in to take from them, and I don't mean like take their man, I mean take and use them just to move up that ladder. But you do want to level up beyond your social circle, especially if you're in an undesirable social circle. Remember, the reason why you want these type of skills is because of the fact that you do not want to continue to be in a social circle where it doesn't bring anything to you. If you look around your friends, if you look at your current friends right now, and the only thing they bring you is drama, Only thing they do is disrespect you. Only thing they do is make you feel bad about yourself. Only thing they do is make you doubt yourself, period, and lower your self-esteem. All they do is just make you feel bad hanging with them and being around them. And there's no benefits, no perks to being around these people. Then they don't bring any value. And so maybe it might be time for you to start loading up your social circle and start playing the game properly. How can we add value when we are younger and have nothing to offer that they deem valuable? See, the thing is, flattery gets you everywhere. Trust me when I tell you, most women, if they have everything they want and need, they don't want a physical thing from you. They might want to know, they might want your energy. It's young, it's fun. Uh, Hanging around younger women, for me, I'm talking about me personally. For me, hanging around younger women and teaching and talking to them, it's their energy. And plus, I also learn it helps me keep my finger on the pulse. I know more about social media because I have some younger people in my circle. So that is what you can bring to them. As long as you're not going into it just to constantly take from them and you're bringing something back, maybe you're fun to be around. Maybe you know how to stroke ego because some women, let's not get it twisted, some of them do like their ego stroked. Maybe you can help them understand the youth. Maybe they're kind of confused about that. Like you can bring something, even if you're young. Even if you're young, you can learn something from every age group. So don't think because you're young that you don't have anything that you can bring that an older woman would value. She may just value you know more about fashion. She may value you knowing more about what's going on in the world. She may value just your intellect. She may value the fact that you, when y'all are together, y'all have fun or y'all laugh. That see, these things are valuable. They may be intangible, but they're still valuable. I'm 51 years and constantly mistaken for my half my age. I can easily hold my own to any younger friends. LOL. I try and school younger women, but many think they know it all and have all the answers. You know what? I can agree with you on that. I can agree with you about the answers thing because of the fact that I have found that too. That I think that's been a difficult thing of social media. I've already married the bag. I literally can live and do anything I want in this world. And the thing is, all I want to do is pass information down beyond my daughters. But when it comes to young women, they tend to want to take advice from younger women. And that's because they feel like, oh, we got something in common, but these younger women don't know the game. So I agree with you. They think they know it all to a certain degree and they have all the answers and they don't want to listen. But then also, let me bring another perspective to you because this is something else that one of my younger girls is in my social circle brought to me, and I thought it's a good thing to think about. When I was telling her this and I was talking to her about this, and I was like, oh, how do I connect? Because it seems like there's a disconnect. When I'm having these conversations, because I really want to help women get to that next level because it's our birthright. And she was saying that when it comes down to it, a lot of younger women don't trust their elders. They don't trust the women that are older than them because a lot of the older women that they encounter on a day-to-day don't have any fruit. And I was like, I'm all ears. I want to hear some more. What do you mean all the fruit? No fruit. She was basically saying to me that a lot of the younger women do not trust older women because the older women in their circle, the women that they encounter every day, do not have any fruit to bear. They don't have any success to bear. They don't have a successful life. They don't have a successful family. So that is the disconnect. She said you have to show that you have these things to a certain degree without being a braggart or showy, and show that you know what you're talking about because they are used to encounter older women who they have to compete with. I was like, mind blown. See, this is the reason why there's nothing wrong with having younger women in your social circle. I keep them there because they keep me on the pulse of social media and help me to see things differently. Because some of us, when we're older and we're in our way, we're like, why don't they listen to us? We're trying to get a game away. We're giving it away for free just about. Why aren't they paying attention to us? It's because in your real life, when they go home, they are surrounded by older women who have made bad choices. They're surrounded by older women who do not have successful families. They're surrounded by older women who are in poverty. They're surrounded by older women who've let men dog them out. They're surrounded by older women who still don't know the game and can't give them no advice. So I understand. And when she explained it to me, that's the reason why I have younger women in my circle. That's the reason why the youngest woman in my circle is 7 years younger than I am, because she helps me understand and see it from a perspective that I never would have. Because I'm sitting up here like, hey, I got 21 years under my belt. I'm financially fit. I literally will be a millionaire at the end of the year. I have a business myself. I do what I want to do. Like most people that I meet want my life. Like, why can't I help you? Because they are used to elders not having anything to offer. They're used to that. So when they come across women who do have something to offer, they're happy about it, but they don't trust it immediately. What I've noticed with younger women, they aren't as effervescent, but a bit jaded and have a feminist mindset. I can agree to that too. I can agree with that too. I can't say I haven't came across a lot of younger women who are very jaded, and they shouldn't be. They're so young to actually look at life as though doom and gloom. I think it's sad, but that's the reason why I talk about mindset and healing yourself over here. To me, this platform is not just about someone dating. Like, you cannot date successfully if you're wounded mentally. If you are bleeding all over the floor and all over everybody else, you can't be good to anybody else. So if you are dealing with these being a victim, blaming, guilt, and all these mental situations that you have going on upstairs, deal with those first, then date. Or if you can do both at the same time, some people are multi-talented, they can date and heal at the same time, then do so. But that is what I found. That's the reason why I started talking about healing, because I was doing having all these conversations. I realized a lot of the youth are very jaded. Also, a lot of the older women don't have the life we want to emulate. Yeah, that's what she told me. And I had to consider that. Like, I had women in my life that I definitely wanted to have what they had. So I had an example. I had a mentor. I was able to count on the elders in my life. So I get it. I get it. And it's understandable. It's understandable. If you grew up around a whole bunch of elders and women who were older and they did not have any fruit from their life, they literally were, jaded also, because they're jaded also. And there's older women, younger women, jaded and beaten down by life already. So I definitely understand. And that's what I had to learn. I had to learn because I was like, why? Like, why is everybody kind of like following younger women who haven't achieved anything yet? But now I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Because you there's a connection there. There's a, hey, we're all going through the same thing. Maybe this person knows more than I do, and maybe I can learn something from her. And I'm never one that says don't follow those young women who are on that journey, because you can learn something from her on that journey. But she can't give you the full game because she hadn't achieved it for herself. It's just not possible. She can only tell you what she dream about. She can't tell you what she's doing. I think culture makes a difference too. I'm a mixed race woman that grew up in an upscale white community pretty much all my life on the coast of California, and most of the women married the bag. Woo! Honestly, I wish I had that story. I'm going to be honest up here. I am the one that married the bag because I'm the one that had the different mindset. And all of those women that I ran with or had a friendship with, they're wonderful women. They just didn't see it in the manner that I saw it as. I can remember very clearly when I started dating rotationally, and I was dating probably like 3 to 4 men at a time. And I was living with my best friend, and she was like, if you don't be here for this particular guy, he's going to dump you. And I looked at her. I didn't say anything because I was going through my, I'm going to get what I want. I'm not going to allow anybody to tour me before what I want. And that's what stage I was going through. And I kind of ignored her. I didn't tell her what I was doing because I already made that mistake prior. When I started rotationally dating, I told someone and they betrayed my trust. And then it got out when it shouldn't have got out. When you rotationally date, it is something that is for you. It's for you. It's not meant to be blabbed all over social media. It's not meant to be talked about other than to your close friends that you trust. And I didn't trust her, so I don't know why I blabbed. I think I was just nervous about rotationally dating. But I didn't tell her I was going to be dating. I was going on another date anyway, so I didn't care if he was coming in the first place because he had already lost his position when I was dating him. I already knew that he wasn't going to be the one, but I wasn't going to stop him from chasing. So I get that. And I'm happy most of the women married the bag. I can tell you now, in the people I grew up with, the people I hung around, I'm the one that married it. Also, Instagram makes it look like younger girls are winning. Yes. Yes, I can agree with that. I agree with that. The thing is, I think when it comes to that, y'all have to realize I'm going to tell you some more game. Let me give you some more game. Wise women know, your elders know, and that's the reason why you need to have an elder in your corner. Elders know about privacy. You never let people know what's in the bag until it's in the bag. The younger women flaunt things all over social media, and that's another thing that's going to harm the bag. You do not start flaunting the bag, talking about the bag until you secure the bag. And I see women on social media, it looks like they're winning, but honestly, they're not winning till it's secured, until it's theirs, till their name is on the paper, to their rings, to their marriage certificate, to the wedding. It's not secured, so they shouldn't be flaunting it. But that's a bit of elder advice that you need to have in your corner because elders understand privacy. What they're doing, they're building a social media following and influencing off of getting a bag they haven't received yet. And trust me when I tell you, all that shines isn't gold. Rappers flying them out, influencers, etc. And see, this is the reason why. If if those young women had an elder in their corner, we would have told her to not put it on social media. We would have told her keep it quiet. Keep it quiet, keep it cute. Because there's certain things that you need to keep private. I've literally watched women on social media fumble the bag. How do they fumble it? Too much social media, too much lack of privacy. Yes, mindset is everything. I had every opportunity that life could offer me, and because of my own fears and insecurities, I walked away from all of it every time. It's taken me all these years to heal. Congrats to you, babe. I'm so happy for you because I know healing is rough. Healing is rough. When you got to face yourself about yourself, it's the hardest thing you're going to do, but it's the best decision you're going to make. The best decision you're going to make is to heal yourself because you can see things a whole lot more clearly if you're not bleeding over all of everybody. Clout pays. Jada got brand deals, etc. Yeah, clout pays. But then she also has I don't know a lot about those stars because let me tell you this. I don't really follow stars. I follow people in my real life that I can see, touch, and feel. I know certain people in my real life that I can watch them level up and I watch them get a real bag in real life. So I don't really follow the celebrities because of the fact that she's using the clout to create a business for herself. I only know a bit about Jada, but trust me when I tell you that social media and lack of privacy is going to be the downfall, and y'all don't realize that. I've even seen on social media where women are sitting here emasculating men by turning the camera on the man that's with situation that should be private. And trust me, men don't ever forget when you emasculate them. They just don't. People were shocked that Jeff Bezos left his wife for another woman. That was 51 years old. Yeah, yeah. Like y'all know my policy. It don't matter about the age. You better have walking power, which means walking power. There's a twofer for walking power. This means you better be making sure that you are financially fit. You also better be making sure you are fit. That means you look good. You've taken care of the packaging because you never know when you got to resell the package. You can't resell the package if you misuse it and abuse it. You can't take the package to another man if you don't beat it up. So you got two, there's a twofer for walking power. You must always have it. This means you always have the money to say F you. You always have the money to live the same lifestyle. You always have the money to live better than when you lived before. Then you also take care of the packaging so that you can rebrand it and resell it to another man if needed to be. But if you don't take care of the package, you can't. And then he holds all the power in the relationship because he knows you didn't take care of the package. You didn't make sure that you took care of your body. You didn't make sure you took care of your looks. You didn't make sure you took care of yourself. So why would he be concerned about being a good husband when he knows that no one wants to be with you? And that's a part of the game. An elder will tell you. She'll tell you to keep the package in tip-top condition because you never know when you need to refocus, rebrand, and give the package to another man. Social media has changed the game. Being overexposed pays a lot, although it shorts lives. It is. I think people being overexposed also will, like being overexposed. There's another reason that you don't want to overexpose yourself on social media. Walking power. If you are currently married and you overexpose yourself, or you're dating someone, you overexpose yourself, you're going to scare away potential. Like, think about it. He's over here looking at you do all these things on social media. He's over here looking at you sitting here telling all your business on social media. He's over here looking at you show your behind on social media. Like, why would he want to wife you? Why? How are you going to refocus, rebrand the package if you overexpose the package? So you never overexpose. If she had an elder in her corner, we would have told her to cut down on that social media. The money ain't worth what it's going to do in the long run. See, the thing is, she's only going to be able to get that one guy. If you don't overexpose yourself, you make it be able to get multiple. Because you have to realize the tippy top tier of men do not want to be overexposed on social media. They don't want that woman who got all her business on social media. They don't want that woman that got all her business and her booty on social media. You don't want to overexpose yourself. Even if you're using it for clout and you're using it to make money off of, don't do it to yourself. Remember, you never know when you got to refocus, rebrand, and give the package to another man. Not related, but any tips when going through PMS when you're not feeling pretty, just tired and depressed? Yes, I love what you said down here at the bottom. She said, Janisa, I recommend using your PMS as a downtime to recharge, decompress, and relax. Put some eyelashes on, lipstick, and smile. Don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay. Also, you can, I don't know if you are into like over the counter. They have over the counter stuff like Midol for PMS. And then they also have like a certain tea, because I can't remember the name of the tea off the top of my head that really works to give you some relief for PMS symptoms. You might want to do that, but I agree with what she said about have some downtime, recharge, decompress, do things that pamper yourself, do things that you love, and relax. And if you can get something over the counter to help you with the symptoms, do so. I know that Midol is a great brand. They do have certain teas that you can use that will help the symptoms if you take it an hour before, not an hour before. If you take it within an hour or something like that, it'll help. I can't remember the exact instructions, but I know there's some teas that help with that too. Looked at repackaging to another man. High value women, when divorced, always remarry in the circle. Absolutely. The thing is, if you overexpose the circle, overexpose yourself, you're just going to make yourself in a pariah. You're going to make yourself into, they're not going to want to be with you in that manner because you've overexposed yourself. So be careful with social media. Even if you're trying to get clout from it or trying to build a business from it, you don't want to do certain things on it. You need to always realize that there may come a time you have to refocus, rebrand, and give yourself to another man. And you want to be ready. You don't want to ever be in that position where, oh, you got blindsided by it all. You don't want to be like, oh, I ain't ready. Now I got to sit here and go on a whole 6 months to a year weight loss journey, or I got to sit here and figure out how to level up because I wasn't paying attention. Journaling will help, and organic tea. Absolutely. Journaling definitely will help. Definitely will help. Oh, before I even get ready to close out, because I'm gonna get ready to close out in a few minutes. If you're in my 31 days of self-discovery, I'm gonna try to get you a video out tomorrow. You already know what's going on, and I'll talk more about that in the group. Well, not the group, because it's not a group, it's a course. And I will talk more about it and post that video for the prompt. Okay. I had hoped to do it today, but y'all, as y'all can see, I'm doing a really late live stream. I'm normally up here about 1:15. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, 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 hey. Mind yours. Hey. Hi. Yeah. So you always want to make sure that you don't have to get ready because you are ready. Like, do not get married. Do not get in a relationship. Do not think this is it without making sure you have that walking power. Walking power is important to every woman. I don't care if you've been married for 35 years, 40 years, 50 years. You always want to have walking powers. Why? Because you always want to be able to remarry within a circle that you've currently created. This is how I always say, I've always told you, if I wanted to, I can get married again and again and again. Why? Because of the fact that I am already in that circle where there's men of means and high value men. They're already there. But if you don't play your hand right, you can close those doors. And social media would do it. Social media definitely would do it. The overexposure, not knowing how to act as a lady, not being feminine, those things will close certain doors. You don't want to do that. You always have to consider that you might need to have walking power. Walking power, not power. It is too late to join 31 days program when you do your 90 days basic wife program again. I did that recently. Those are programs that normally open up certain times. 30 days of self-discovery probably won't open up again until about June. That'll open up in June. You just got to pay attention to when I announce it, and then you can get in then. The 90 days basic wife program, I probably will not open that up again until the end of the year. Can you make a video on how to mentally detach when dating up? It's hard to not get attached. Okay, I'm going to be truthful to you because I'm going to give you some help right here. Let me give you some help. The reason why you attach quickly is because there's something going on within you. Don't worry about a video about how to do the mentally detaching. Worry about what's in you that makes you want to attach to people. A lot of us don't realize the reason we want to attach to people because we are looking for love. We want a friend. We're looking for something outside of ourselves that we can't give ourselves. When you have done the work for yourself and you've created the person that you want to be, it's easy not to attach to people. And it's also easy to detach from people. So I would suggest healing yourself first before you concern yourself about a video. I have plenty of inner work videos on my YouTube page. I specialize in this type of content because I had to do it for myself. Everything that I create is something that I needed for myself. And I just had to work backwards in order to create the content so it's going to be helpful. Trust me when I say, what happens is if we want love, we tend to look for love in all the wrong places. If we don't feel good about ourselves, we tend to look for someone to tell us that we're worthy, or someone to give us confidence, or someone to give something to us. You won't attach to people quickly if you have everything that you need by yourself. And I'm not saying that in a manner of you don't need anybody, okay? Never that. I do believe in human nature. Human nature tells us that we need other people. But human nature tells us that when we are a person who loves who we are and we are content in the skin that we're in, we can be by ourselves or within a group. Just when I tell you the reason why people attach quickly and very fast is because they're looking for something outside of themselves. Figure out what you're looking for. Start there. A lot of times that takes with looking inward, spending time by yourself, meditating, journaling. These things will help you connect with you. It's no more. If you can only sit for a minute and meditate, y'all, because I think at this point in life, I've got maybe like the 3 minute mark of meditating because I always have something going on in my mind. So you have to get in a space where it's quiet, where you're not going to have any distractions. Cut off your phone, cut off your TV, make sure it's quiet, and just detach from the environment that you're currently in. Close your eyes and just sit. If you can get your mind blank for a minute and ask yourself, what do I need? Trust me, you have all the answers. A lot of us don't realize you are the walking um, rule book to you. You don't need anyone to tell you what you need, what you're lacking, what direction you need to go. You might need to get information on how to get there, but you don't need anyone to tell you where you're going because you are the walking rule book to you. The thing is, a lot of us do not sit still long enough to find out what the true answer is. Brill, I started smiling and saying hi to random men in public. I'm surprised by their response to excitement and shock. They smile and say hi back to me and then scuttle away because I get shy. Absolutely. The thing is, when you open yourself up to people, they tend to want to talk and they want to get to know you and they want to have a conversation. The thing is, if you're not used to going out, here's another one of my tricks. Y'all, I'm tending to get all my tricks out, all of my tricks out. I have a trick. This is what I do. If you want to know how to always bring people to you, this is what I do. First of all, before I go out, okay, before I go out into the world, I tend to sit by myself for a minute or so. And I'm like, okay, I'm not open to talking to anybody. I don't want to speak to anybody. I just want to be invisible today. Amen. Amen. Then when I go out, I tend to align with that, and that repels people. This means people, instead of them coming and talk to me, they tend to walk away and get further and further away from me. They give me distance. But when I say, hey, I'm in a great mood, like the sun is shining, it's springing out there today. So y'all know I have to be outside. So it's springing. I'm in a great mood. I want to talk to people. I want to have a conversation. I'm open. Amen. Amen. I go outside, my body language, my mentality aligned, and people tend to come to me. And also I tend to smile, speak, and then people want to have conversations. The thing is, decide before you go out what you want. Decide what you want to do before you go out. And this will help you a whole lot. And we don't realize how powerful our minds are, our body language. Just because we thinking and we made a decision, we don't want to talk to nobody else, our body language aligns with it immediately without even any thought. And it works every single time. If I want to be social, because really I'm an ambivert. Sometimes I can be extrovert, sometimes I can be introvert. And I jump between those two things, right? But these are all learned because I started off my whole life being an introvert. All right. That's the reason why I said I do a lot of content to help introverts because I know where you are because I was there at one point too. But it works every single time. And I know what it is. It's because I decided here and then my body language just aligns to what I already decided. So I can attract people to talk to them or I can repel people to not have a conversation. That's so true. I'm in the healing process, getting therapy and focus on loving and dating myself. Yes. So proud of you because I'm proud of you for even making that first step because we live in a society that doesn't, value therapy, and therapy is needed if it's needed. Don't be ashamed of therapy because you can be on one day, you can wake up, you're going to be on the other side of therapy. You have to get into an abundant mindset. Absolutely. Again, I'm 51 and decided to use old school tactics in meeting men. I'm slowly practicing by smiling. It's like a flirting. Okay. Did I do that already? I might have read that again. I want to, okay. And by the way, I do the smiling to age appropriate men. I'm also more of an extrovert and have very easy time talking to random strangers once the door of communication is open. See, a lot of us don't realize that our entire body language is telling on us. If you are a person who don't want to be seen and you don't want to have a conversation and you don't want people to notice you, your body language immediately aligns to that. You immediately go into places looking down or distracted by a phone. You immediately go into places and you give distance to people immediately based on our mindset at that time. And if you decide to open up, smile, and communicate a hello, people will come to you. They will be attracted to you, that genuinely like you and want to come and have a conversation. Works every single time. Hello everyone. Hey, babe. How you doing? Don't forget to like the video. Y'all don't forget to like the video. We're growing over here and I'm so much enjoying it. I love you, Brill. I'm only 19 and you've taught me so much. Thank you. You know what? 19 was the age I got married. I got married in 19, August 2000. I've been married 21 years. In August, I'll be married 22. So that age right there, when you said 19, just took me all the way back to being 19 years old. And all the things that if you're open to learning, you're going to be on a different level than your peers. And so I'm happy you're here. And I'm happy you're learning. All right, so I don't see any other questions, but you all can always DM me. I'm on Instagram. I am on TikTok. Y'all know I've been kind of falling back on TikTok because I don't know if TikTok is my core audience right now. Not saying I'm gonna, cut it off, but I'm just trying to debate if I want to continue with that. But I will be on YouTube. I am growing the YouTube page, so we definitely want to make sure we like the video so that we can continue to bring this type of information. Hopefully this video has been very helpful. I share your videos all over Facebook. Great to see that we are growing. We are growing. Y'all, we are growing. I'm so excited. We're going to have a different type of community. Not only is this community going to be leveled up, this community is going to have a leg up on your peers, especially when you start young. Also, you're going to know the value of healing and not walking around wounded so that you can have the life that you desire. It's all possible. It's all possible. Mindset is so important. Never ever allow someone to tell you can't have something, you can't do something, you can't try something, or you can't be something. Because you can. I can definitely be the example because I was told all of those things and more. And more. And here I am living my best life. TikTok is good for growth. Yeah, I mean, it's a different atmosphere. I tend to run across women who want to listen or want to argue. And y'all, let me tell you this one thing you won't ever catch me doing. I don't debate. I don't argue. I truly believe if you say it's 2 o'clock, I'm not going to debate about it being 2 o'clock. I'm going to let you believe it's 2 o'clock. I just don't have it in me to do that. And on TikTok, they like to argue a lot. And I'm like, I don't want to argue. I just want to post the content. The people who gravitate toward it and agree, then yes, learn as much as you possibly can because it's going to be so helpful. How did you get into a mindset to not debate? When I learned that debating is useless. How many strangers' minds have you changed lately by debating? That is when I decided to never debate. Because I realized that most strangers, they just want to confirm their own ideals. They don't care about your idea. Most people don't. Most people just want to confirm and affirm their ideals or try to persuade you that their ideals are better. Most strangers, if you don't know them personally, do not want to do anything with that debate. So it's a useless activity to me. Any books you recommend? I don't know about debating. I don't got any books for debating. I have some books that I can probably put out for mindset, but not debating. By being unbothered too, is more peaceful that way. Yeah, I have books. If you were to go to my inner work reading on the YouTube page, you can listen to those books there. Those will help you. Those will help you with mindset. They will help you with healing, and that will help you have that mindset shift that you need. Go to the inner work reading on my page. I have a list that I create and update still to this day. I update and add new books to it daily that I have read or reading, and I found that they're very beneficial. So those are the books. I try not to give. I've actually fallen back on giving too many books because some of us aren't ready for, it depends on how you handle books. If you read a book, when you read a book, do you read a book and immediately start applying or implementing the things that you read? Or do you read a book just to have the knowledge? These things matter, because if you just read a book to get the knowledge, then the book may not be helpful to you. But if you read the book to implement and to apply, then the book is helpful. And I don't want people who overthink, overanalyze, overthink to be reading a book. You have to heal a different way. And I talk about this in my Evolve Pedestal Life. I talk about the reason why it's best for you not to heal that way, because all you're going to do is get burdened by too much information. There's a book that's deleted. What's it called? I'm not sure what you're looking at. You have to send it to me and see what you're talking about. But you can always go to the Inner Work playlist, the Inner Work reading on my page, and that will help you. And it gives you books that you can listen to on YouTube. All right, so let me go ahead and close this out. I have to go to the next thing. People are literally looking at me like, are you ready to go? All right, so I will see you all on the next one. Y'all have a great day. Bye.